at the self-count of 3, 2, and 1. Emancipation Proclamation. I wouldn't mention Abraham Lincoln here for sure, but let me draw your attention to a very important clause. It says, power corrupts and absolute power corrupts absolutely. How can I even commence my speech without mentioning the Ashtapradhan Mandala of our own Chhatrapati Shivaji Maharaj? Let us underscore a point here that the Ashtapradhan Mandalas were appointed with esteemed loyalty, and at the same time, they were appointed by taking into consideration our own Shastras. At the same time, there was no intra-familial politics that was induced at that time, and so much of relevance can be drawn today. Loyalty, protecting our borders, and what not. A very warm greetings to one and all present here. It gives me immense pleasure, Nandini Ravishankar, to stand here before you to speak on this esteemed topic of today's relevance, to draw parallelism of how exactly law commingles with these things. Changes in ideology is one of the greatest crises that I find today. If we see, no government has been stable and governments have been changing for 2 or 3 years. Why do people elect? Let us go to the very root. People elect because they look at the people who constitute a particular political party, isn't it? And when there is no stability within the political party, decision-making becomes a great crisis. I would like to draw your attention to how the Mahavikas Aghadi government was overthrown recently. And if we see the roots of the formation of the main political party, the ideology was different. And today, the ideology with which a new political party has been constituted is different. Hence, when we are forming a particular political party, the crisis arises because we do not understand the roots or the ideologies of the same. Being an administrative law incumbent at present, I would also say anti-defection law plays a very, very important role. Crisis. When I say anti-defection law, let me draw your attention to the 10th schedule introduced in the year 1985 of the Constitution. What constitutes as an anti-defection law is when you cross the floor and enter another political party than the political party from which you got your ticket and you won the elections. That is what constitutes as anti-defection. Most importantly, let me also draw your attention to what Justice N.V. Ramana said. He said that 91st Amendment Act totally cancelled the one-third party principle. It means within a political party, if 1/3 of the members agree to the fact that they want to split and thereby form a new political party, in that case it would not constitute as defection. But right now we are seething in a turmoil because there is uncertainty of applicability of this amendment, which means whether 91st Amendment is applicable or not itself is in doldrums. Isn't that itself a big crisis than an opportunity to be seen in a closer lens? Most importantly, money has been changing hands. What else is about ideology? In anti-defection law, when I told you, it also forms a very important role here because if someone votes something against a political party whip opinion and the same has not been condoned within 14 days, in that case it will amount to anti-defection. Don't you think crossing the floor again and again, mechanical operation without applicability of mind is also affecting your federal principles of the Constitution? When I talk about federalism, separation of powers plays a very poignant role. As a law student, I feel when you do not have a loyalty or owing an allegiance to a party, you destabilize it, and as the great advocate Harish Salve actually presented before the court, throttles of mechanical power is inevitable when there is a great crossing, and it was highly appreciated by the judges. At the end, I would say, let us understand the essence of democracy by splitting it into demos and kratos. It is the people's government, and for the people, of the people, is not just a pronunciation, but has to be implemented in essence, for which stabilization and most importantly, accountability is important and not just power and money. Thank you so much.